Chris Tucker, the high-energy comedian and actor best known for his breakout roles in Friday and the Rush Hour franchise, has always been seen as a joyful, fast-talking performer whose humor lit up the screen. Yet behind the laughter and rapid-fire jokes was a far more complicated reality, one marked by deep frustrations, personal conflicts, and at least one relationship that Tucker reportedly came to despise more than any other. While Tucker has largely avoided public feuds and controversies, those close to him suggest that a particular individual left such a lasting negative impact that it fundamentally shaped his outlook on Hollywood, fame, and trust. Sources indicate that this animosity did not stem from a single argument or dramatic blow-up, but rather from years of built-up tension, disappointment, and perceived betrayal. Early in his career, Tucker entered Hollywood with optimism and openness, trusting collaborators and industry figures to guide him honestly. However, as his fame skyrocketed, especially after the massive success of Rush Hour, he began to realize that not everyone around him had his best interests at heart. Insiders claim that one man, described as influential, controlling, and deeply manipulative, consistently undermined Tucker's creative freedom and personal boundaries, planting the seeds of resentment that would only grow over time. According to those familiar with the situation, Tucker felt boxed in and misrepresented, pushed toward decisions that conflicted with his values and instincts. While the public saw a comedian at the top of his game, Tucker privately struggled with pressure to repeat the same formula, accept roles he no longer believed in, and maintain an image that felt increasingly disconnected from who he truly was. The individual at the center of his resentment allegedly dismissed Tucker's concerns, prioritizing profit and control over creative growth and personal well-being. Over time, this dynamic eroded trust, replacing it with frustration and anger. What made the situation particularly painful for Tucker was the sense of betrayal. He reportedly believed this person was an ally, someone meant to protect and support him in an industry known for exploitation. Instead, Tucker felt used, silenced, and cornered. Friends say this experience played a significant role in his decision to step away from Hollywood at the height of his fame, leaving fans confused about his sudden absence from the screen. While many assumed Tucker simply wanted a break or had lost interest in acting, insiders suggest his retreat was a direct response to toxic relationships he no longer wished to endure. Tucker's hatred was not loud or public. Rather than engaging in feuds or exposing names, he chose distance. He cut ties, avoided discussions, and refused to revisit situations that reminded him of that chapter of his life. This quiet rejection speaks volumes about how deeply the experience affected him. Those close to Tucker describe him as deeply principled, someone who takes loyalty seriously and struggles to forgive when trust is broken. For him, walking away was not weakness, it was self-preservation. Over time, Tucker's perspective evolved. Distance from Hollywood allowed him to reconnect with his faith, reassess his priorities, and regain control over his narrative. He became more selective, turning down roles and refusing to compromise his values again. While the resentment never fully disappeared, it transformed into a lesson, one that reshaped how he navigated relationships and power dynamics moving forward. Fans who revisit Tucker's career often wonder what could have been had he stayed consistently active in film. Yet understanding this hidden conflict adds clarity to his choices. Behind the scenes, Tucker wasn't running from fame. He was escaping a system and a person that made him feel trapped. His silence was intentional, a refusal to give energy to someone who had already taken too much. Ultimately, Chris Tucker's deepest resentment reveals the darker side of success. It's a reminder that fame often comes with unseen costs, and that even the most joyful performers may carry private wounds. While Tucker may never publicly name the man he hated more than anyone, the impact of that relationship is evident in the path he chose, a path defined not by revenge, but by distance, reflection, and reclaiming control over his life.